And Joe, just a couple other interesting benefits of the cold. It could mean that we have fewer mosquitoes and ticks in the summer.
That's interesting. I don't think you'll hear many complaints about that.
Hopefully not.
Coming up next on Indiana News Desk. Logging is creeping into areas some say are designated as wilderness land. Will legislation limit the removal of trees in Indiana's state forests? Which Indiana school districts have the most at stake as state lawmakers debate cutting a tax on business equipment? Our education team maps the impact. Those stories and an update from the State House on Indiana's marriage amendment right here on Indiana News Desk.
10,000.
15? 15, you think?
20, 21,000?
600.
20. 18.5.
24.
It's at least 40.
Look at it.
4,500,000.
650.
20.
650.
This textile would be worth about $500,000.
$500,000?
No way.
I knew it's just a blanket.
Laying on the back of a chair. Well, sir, you have a national treasure. Wow. A national treasure. Congratulations.
I can't believe this.
PBS kicks off the weekends with Charlie Rose and America's top newsmakers on his new series, Charlie Rose, The Week.
Some people say, well, Obama was this raving liberal before, now he's, Dick Cheney.
Recap the week's biggest stories and Charlie's best interviews.
You feel there's this incredible synergy between the audience and the performer, and time slows down.
And get a look at the week ahead. Charlie Rose, The Week. Check local listings.
Welcome back to Indiana News Desk. I'm Joe Wren. Debate over the gay marriage amendment continues to dominate the legislative session. Just to catch us all up, last week the House Elections Committee, chaired by Representative Milo Smith, passed the HJR-3 amendment. This week, Smith's gay son, Chris, said he was terribly disappointed.
I love my dad, and I know he loves me, but this has kind of made me come to the conclusion that he doesn't see me as an equal, and that really hurts.
The Senate will now take up the amendment. Our State House reporter Brandon Smith joins us now. Brandon has been following this through every twist and turn. Brandon, what happens now that this amendment has been passed along to the Senate?
Well, the Senate will take it up in committee. That was news we got this week, is that last week Senator David Long, the Senate President Pro Tem, announced he would move it to the Senate Judiciary Committee, which is where it had been in the past. But he changed course this week and put it instead in the Senate Rules Committee, which is made up of the leadership teams of both the Democrats and the Republicans, a lot more committee chairs. He felt it was the appropriate place. So it will get heard in that committee in a couple weeks. And Long's hope is that it moves to the floor without any changes, and then we'll see what happens after it moves to the Senate floor.
Brandon, I think some of the confusion lies on whether this amendment will be on the ballot this coming fall. What would have to happen for it to appear in November?
The second sentence would have to be reinserted and then passed by both the Senate and the House. There's a real possibility the Senate will try and do that. I would almost bet a lot of money it will try. Whether or not it succeeds is another matter. But if the Senate does get the second sentence put in, the House would have to agree to that. And there's a lot of question as to whether they can get enough Republicans to vote for HJR-3 with that second sentence. That's the only way it will get to the voters this fall.
There have been some comparisons made with the right to work back in 2012 debate in the legislation, but that never made it to voters. What's the difference between these two issues?
Well, Democrats have kind of complained about this, that a lot of the argument we've heard surrounding HJR-3 this year from Republicans is that we want to let the people have a say, we want to let them have a voice, we want them to weigh in on the marriage question. And Democrats say, well, here are a bunch of other huge issues, including right to work, that we asked you to put to a public referendum, and you refused to do it. The difference here, though, is that it's not like Republicans have a choice. The way the constitutional amendment process works in this state is that it has to go to the voters to be put in the Constitution.
Brandon, this has taken a lot of time in the legislation this spring, though there's been some other key legislation that's been moving along. We have about 30 seconds. Can you fill us in?
Sure. Both the House and Senate passed their versions of business personal property tax reform. They'll now have to figure out how to make those two mesh. We've also had the House pass criminal code reform that's following up on the work that was done last year. And we'll see a lot of other bills, including moped legislation, drug testing of welfare recipients, all sorts of things.
Okay. Thank you very much, Brandon, for that up.